It's even working on YouTube this time. That's awesome. All right. Hi, friends. Look. We've been gone for so long that the sunlight has returned to 6:30 p.m. So that's fun and new. I'm going to turn this off because the windshield wipers are going to drive me nuts the whole time.
Hi.
Go ahead and move. Okay, so I'm going to insert y'all into my cleavage now. What? Cleavage sounds... okay, so he wanted me to call this titty cam.
Ovision. It's hyphenated.
Titty cam Ovision.
Yeah.
Is it like double hyphenated? Like
Yeah.
cam
like,
dash O dash vision. Okay,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
only way to do it. If you said no, I was gonna divorce you.
I'm good. It's good to know that's standard.
Yes.
It's
I
good
can
to
put
have
up with a
guidelines to
lot.
work with.
Infidelity would be you'd get a pass, but not doing the double hyphenation on
Titty cam Ovision.
titty cam-o-vision, that would be a step too far. But I can't call it titty cam. I think that's not allowed. I think I'd get in trouble. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't like nipples. Cleavage is pushing it. So, what is all this shit in my way? Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just not prepared with my life. I also just thought y'all would want to like bounce around a little bit, so. And you know, the G-cup boobs are not helping with the whole stabilization process. Hello, why is my camera in my face? Okay, so what's up, friends? What's good? What's happening? What's going on with the world today? I've been hiding from the news for the most part. And I've got, I don't even know what I've got. Just some random things I've printed out, apparently. In some instances, I have like 6 of the same thing. Looks like I might have dipped them in oil-based ink, so that's fun. So yeah, we have all kinds of fun things to work on tonight. I really like her. I think she's next. Okay. So, working on a lithography matrix with my, the fuck are these things called again?
Wizard magic.
Photocopies!
Wizard magic.
With my photocopies and my collection of Faber-Castell pens. Look, they have white ones now. I was really quite excited about that. Is my camera, like, not focused? Sorry, friends. Okay, there we go. Now we're in focus. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. One of these SBs is dry, and I need to figure out which one before I get started, because the first time I go to use a dry SB, it's going to piss me off. So, Jay, what's up? What's good? What's going on in the world? Nothing good if we're talking about what's going on in the world, but...
Yeah, it's all awful, as per usual. Let's see here.
Oh, these both actually look like this one. Oh, that's the dry one, yep.
Ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, that's definitely the dry one.
So
Drier.
we'll look right now at an article completely unrelated to all the other stuff that we were discussing shortly before we started the stream.
Okay.
As Biden works, Reuters.com article, as Biden works to fix chip shortage, Intel promises help for hurting our automakers.
Chip shortage?
Yeah, chip shortages. So,
All right.
And
What is this chip shortage? This is not a story that has been on my radar.
it has been hella on my radar because apparently there are a few things acting in conjunction, some of which are based on COVID production estimates, some of which are based on the increase in Bitcoin miners that are out there since the big Bitcoin jump that happened right around Corona heating up. There has been a shortage, or I think it's safe to say a real shortage for certain ICs when it comes to especially like graphics cards, but more like in general semiconductors.
Okay, now pretend that I'm dumb. What's an IC?
Integrated circuit.
Okay.
The little blocky plastic bits that stick on boards that go into computers.
Okay.
So
And they're important to my life.
they are super important to your life
Okay.
because the shortage is broad enough that it's actually affecting like auto manufacturers and shit. Like they can't.
Is that important to my life? Because I don't buy new cars.
That's true, I guess. But I mean, there's other things that we do buy that have integrated circuits in them, and it will drive up the price or at least make more scarcity.
Okay.
Then again, we pick up most of our computer equipment used anyhow, so
Yeah.
maybe that's incidental. But at any rate, I just started looking over this, and I'm trying to see what he is suggesting. Of course, Reddit is claiming collectively that Biden just wants the latest graphics cards, and he's trying to make their availability easier.
I mean, if that's true, though, can you blame him? You want the latest graphics cards, too.
That is true.
Good Boy definitely wants the latest graphics cards.
Yeah. Although it'd be really funny to see him try to get to work with his laptop, but
Well, he wants the latest laptops, too. I don't know if I can see comments right now, so if you're talking to us and I don't see it, sorry. I have a new phone. I barely know how to use it. I set up Prism half an hour ago, so...
new phone, who does?
Yeah, basically. Okay, so anyway, chip. Oh my god. I can't talk today either. I'm simultaneously not caffeinated enough and too caffeinated. Chip shortages.
Yeah. So this is having a lot of weird incidental effects. And it's... So the Linus Tech Talks is a really good video where he managed to sort of get on the DL a bunch of manufacturers. Because he does a lot of tech reviews. He works a lot with hardware manufacturers because he's got a wide gaming audience.
Mm-hmm.
But he managed to sort of get on the DL, like, from a lot of manufacturers, what's actually going on. And it sounds like it's a combination of the Bitcoin demand rising, manufacturers not scaling. The way that they scale, it's based on estimates for demand, and they were expecting sort of a drop off when COVID hit, when it was quite the opposite.
Why would they do that? That sounds dumb.
Because less people were working at the time. They didn't expect necessarily as much in the way of disposable income, and they had to go and take a bunch of their workforce.
Okay,
and
I guess the
separate them so it doesn't
disposable.
spread.
I guess the disposable income thing makes sense. I
But-
feel like.
In hindsight, it was dumb though, because everybody did end up needing to buy like new computers for home
Yeah,
and everything.
because they were
else.
working from home.
Yeah, but that wasn't what was registering when they were putting in production orders. So we sort of see the cascade effect because like the supply chains for this, like they go deep, and if you decide to scale back, that scales back deep, and this is sort of the ripple through the supply chain. Because I mean, you got to have chips, or you gotta have the materials to make the chips. You gotta have the chips to actually put on the boards. You gotta take the boards and you gotta be able to like ship them off. And each step of that takes time. It takes coordinating a workforce. It takes switching over machinery to the latest technology to be able to deal with whatever resolution they need for actually imaging the ICs and doing all the fun things with the silicon wafers that they
Oh, hi,
know and love.
Christiana. I can see Facebook comments at least.
So these are like supply chain ripples, and end result is like at least a month or two ago, like AMD was having people sign up for the opportunity to buy these cards from them directly because the supply was so
who's
limited.
AMD?
One of the larger graphics cards manufacturers.
Okay.
Intel and AMD are the two big ones, or not Intel. Nvidia and AMD are the two big ones. Intel's trying to break in, but their stuff still isn't great.
Clearly, we're not sponsored by Intel.
No, I'm not a fan of.
We're actually not sponsored by anybody, but
Yeah, I mean,
because of the-
we're not a fan of Nvidia either. But I'll begrudgingly, if anybody wants to donate one, take it just on the grounds that something's better than nothing.
wait, I thought we liked Nvidia.
No, fuck Nvidia.
Oh, okay.
To quote
why?
Linus Torvalds, it's a quote.
Who the hell is Linus Torvalds?
The guy that developed Linux.
Oh, okay. Well, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about my extensive computering background that I am in possession of, where I would know all this shit. I spent $50,000 in school to learn how to do this shit, not fucking who Linus Torvald is. You're the one that spent that much money to find out who Linus Torvald is.
No, I gave up that much time in my life to find out who Linus Torvald is.
Well, you kind of spent that much money too. We're just. Anyway. Hey, student loan forgiveness? Isn't that in the infrastructure bill?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just throw more shit in there. It'll work.
No. I was because I was telling you about this one the other day. That this one, they're like, what did they call it? Like human infrastructure or something?
Because I think it's a great idea.
But it's like, I was telling you that it was like daycare and like payments for having children. And I think it's got student loan forgiveness. And I forgot to mention that part, which is potentially the most important part to our lives. I mean, getting paid for having children is helpful as well to our lives. But considering our children are nearing the end of their childhoods.
But,
You're not going to look that up right now. You still want to talk about chips. Okay, sorry. I interrupted you. I got sidetracked. I told you guys I'm like
I can
too caffeinated and not caffeinated enough. I don't care. You're the social topic manager guy. I told you what I wanted to talk about and you started talking about integrated chips.
Okay, that's true. No, it's just been something I've been following a lot, and I think it's funny that Biden's trying to jump in on it. And I also think that it's hysterical. Like, everybody talks about how he wants the latest graphic card.
Wait, is this just a case of Biden is, like, trying to be, like, in with the cool kids? Like...
No, it's a legit manufacturer.
No, I know it's a legit manufacturing problem. Why can't I talk today? But I mean, like, Biden talking about it. Like, is it a case of, like, him wanting to be, like, down with the cool kids?
No, I think it's a legit economic concern. I mean, especially with how like it's impacting automakers.
Don't look over at the mother who's gonna see a camera wedged in my cleavage, okay?
Okay, I'm not.
I thought fucking everybody from the previous class left already.
I'm on the laptop. I'm staring at the laptop.
Okay.
I'm staring at a picture of Biden holding up a chip symbolically. Holds a semiconductor chip. Well, what type of semiconductor is it? Except no, we're not going to actually show the chip surface.
My husband is such a fucking geek.
Yeah. It happens. But yeah, I mean, it's going to have a lot of incidental effects in industry. Well, it already is. And I mean, if anything, like, the reason why it hasn't had a more pronounced impact, I think, is because I'm sure that friggin' spending is still kind of down in a lot of ways, so...
Oh, if I didn't mention, I'm working on a new Oakwood piece, too. That's what this is. Because I think I can soon announce that a bunch of the Oakwood prints are going to be available / on display in one spot. So I might have fun announcements tomorrow.
That'll be good. It's a nice spot.
Mm-hmm.
Not getting into tiny details.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. I mean, you probably do. I shouldn't say that you don't know what I'm talking about, because I'll say that, and then when we get off stream, you'll say where I'm talking about and be like, God damn it. But I could have been talking about someplace else.
Well, I think we can safely say that Cornyn doesn't know what he's talking about.
Who? What?
John Cornyn from Texas.
Who the fuck is that? See, this is why we have too many legislators, because every other day one of them does something fucked up and I have to learn their name and I'm like, who is this fuckwad? Why?
Well, it's like, okay, so...
I just want to know why.
Texas had to be the state that both elected Ted Cruz and John Cornyn.
Okay,
like, John Cornyn asks if Biden is, quote, really in charge, unquote, because
this
he
guy?
doesn't tweet a lot. Yeah. It's like,
did Obama tweet a lot? I don't feel like... And, like, who was the president before Obama? W couldn't have tweeted a lot because it didn't exist during his presidency. So, like, why is that our new standard?
Distraction. I mean, he's another bad face.
I'm going to do it. I am officially calling for the abolition of the Senate. Like, fuck those guys. They need to go home.
Just move entirely to a House model?
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, low-key, the U.S. government. I didn't say that, NSA guy. I don't know what you're talking about. But, yeah, like, fuck the Senate. They're too... Term limits for everyone. And no more Senate. What do we even need the Senate for? Cooler heads. Fucking cooler heads. That's what the fucking guys that were shooting
the
British.
milk dish or whatever, or the tea
cooling
dish.
Well, that's the
like the whole like metal, because apparently like during the 1700s it was a great idea to go and pour your tea into like a dish.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're supposed to be the cooler heads of the legislature.
I mean,
says a bunch of fucking guys that dressed up like Native Americans and threw tea into the harbor because they were pissed off about taxes.
See, I want to see a bunch of people try to do that at a Walmart.
Throw a Walmart into the harbor?
Yeah.
I don't think it's appropriate to dress as Native Americans and throw a Walmart into the harbor.
But it'd be incredibly entertaining.
How about we just dress in black bloc and throw a Walmart into the harbor?
That works. Oh, man.
I don't dress in black bloc, NSA guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Let's see. Oh, and then there's our favorite topic for the day.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock for president.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, this is one of the things I was actually telling him I wanted to talk about because there's another article on The Guardian, apparently. Today? Was that a Today thing or just something that was posted in Reddit today?
If I had the ability to scroll, I would. Okay, here we go. It was posted yesterday, actually. No, my mistake. It's yesterday.
What day?
It's not yesterday. They've got the wrong day there. Yeah, it was posted today. We just have.
Well, it's The Guardian.
Monday
It's a British newspaper.
Yeah, but it says Monday, the 12th of April, 2021, at 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Saving.
I don't know what day it is anyway, so I don't know.
I think their algorithms. It was posted today, but their algorithm is screwed up because I don't think that, as far as day of the week is concerned, it takes into account the time zone.
So anyway.
But yeah.
So what are the arguments for and against The Rock running for president?
Well, this article in particular, The Rock for president, I'll run if the people want it, says Dwayne Johnson, which is what a lot of...
That's what everybody says. Dude,
Yeah.
that's a bullshit thing to say.
Well, that's like the populist mantra right there, as opposed to like whatever.
Well, I mean, like, how can you say, you literally can't say anything, oh, run if the people want me to. Okay, what are you going to say? I'm going to run even if nobody does, like, tells me to? Like, what? That doesn't...
What are you... Well, it's like, how are you going to have some pure... Like, it's a very... Like, there is no good empirical way of doing that unless, like, what? Are you going to go and have people, like, check a box on their IRS income tax, like, form?
They'll
Do
sign
you
up...
want what The Rock is cooking? Yes or no? Just a little box, just check it, you're good?
do we still call him that?
Guessing some people do. I call him The Rock more than Dwayne Johnson, honestly. Just out of habit.
Yeah, but we're old and he was famous for being The Rock when we were young, so...
Not as old as him, though.
Well, no.
He's 48.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. He's only like... He's not that much older than, like, in the grand scheme of life. He's not that much older than us. So,
46 of his remarks follow an online public opinion poll released last week that found some 46% of Americans would consider voting for Johnson. I
swear I've heard about this for like a couple of years though.
I don't want a TV or movie star or whatever to be a friggin' politician.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, we've done this now, like Reagan fucked up our country and Trump fucked up our country and like
Reagan fucked up our country. Trump fucked up our country. There's what's his name? Libertarian guy in
Gary Johnson?
Not Gary Johnson. Oh God, I'm blanking. He was governor for a while.
Gary Johnson?
No, not Gary Johnson.
Well, Gary Johnson was governor and he's a libertarian.
No, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he didn't run libertarian. What the hell was his name?
Wait, was it another wrestler?
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura?
Yes, Jesse Ventura.
Wait, he won something?
He was governor for a while.
Of what? No, I'm not. I just don't recall this. And is he a libertarian? Because his kid is on RT America and he's on there all the time now. And I thought he was like green or something.
Let me double check real quick, because now I want to make sure. Oh wait, maybe. Okay, let's see. Ventura first entered politics in 1991 when he was elected mayor of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, a position he held until 1995. He was the Reform Party candidate in the 1998 Minnesota gubernatorial election, running a low-budget campaign centered on grassroots, and urged citizens not to vote for politics as usual. In a major upset, Ventura narrowly defeated both the Democratic and Republican nominees amid internal fights for control of the party. Ventura left the Reform Party a year after taking office and served the remainder of his governorship with the Independence Party of Minnesota. So I was wrong. He wasn't libertarian. Since holding public office, Ventura has colloquially called himself a statesman rather than a politician.
That sounds so fucking bougie and pretentious.
Yeah,
like, oh my, a statesman. I'm a statesman.
Yeah. So
I'm a stateswoman. How would that go for... See, he doesn't give a shit about people without penises.
In late April 2020, Ventura endorsed the Green Party in the 2020 presidential election and showed interest in running for its nomination.
Nope.
He officially joined the Green Party of Minnesota on May 2nd.
We don't want him.
7th, he confirmed he would not run.
We don't want him. Leave the Green Party, please. That's my singing.
The
Sorry,
Alaskan
guys.
division of the Green Party nominated Ventura without his involvement, causing the National Party to disown it for abandoning its nominee, Howie Hawkins.
You know what? Fuck it. Leftists are going to infight anyway, so I'm going to say that we don't want the Alaskan Green Party in the Green Party either. That makes me, I'm a real real boy leftist now, right? Because I'm fighting with other leftists about leftiness.
Right? Not left enough?
Yeah. Well, actually, and they're a little too, not left, but just... There's left, right, and then there's whatever the fuck Jesse Ventura and conspiracy theories are.
Yeah, right. And also, like, it'd be a shame if we didn't mention the governor.
Oh, yeah.
Schwarzenegger. So, I'm tired of it,
Well, he can't run for president, though.
No, he can't.
Ventura can.
Yeah.
But not on the Green Party, because we don't want him.
But I'm just tired of these high-profile friggin', like... media, like no.
Was Jesse Ventura even, like, was he high profile? That, like, really, was he high profile? Like, was he a good, I don't know, look it up, because I don't remember him being a wrestler. Like, I know he was a wrestler, but I don't remember anything about when he was a wrestler. So, like,
bring it up again.
Was he really, like, high profile, like, celebrity, or is he, like, some D-list shit?
WWF.
Well, yeah, everybody. They're the only wrestling group around.
It's got an official website. I don't know how. Like, I never watched WWF.
When was he a wrestler?
He was professional wrestling career. Debuted June 1974. Retired 1994.
Okay.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yeah, that was like That was before I was like, I had like a moment where I paid attention to wrestling in middle school. Like my wrestling and Eminem phase happened in 8th grade, I think.
But I don't know.
Okay, so whatever. So like maybe he was like, I mean, he's popular enough that people know him as a wrestler, I guess. I don't know. I was wondering like more like what time period he was a wrestler. It wasn't when I was watching wrestling. That was a big tangent. I'm sorry we got off on a big tangent.
I have nothing to contribute. I shall be quiet.
You contributed my whole fucking tangent because you brought him up. So anyway, so The Rock. So The Rock wants to be president, maybe?
I don't know. It all depends on what The Rock's cooking. I don't know what The Rock is cooking.
Okay, but like...
I don't watch wrestling, but it's funny.
I can't eat what The Rock is cooking because there's too many allergies and food sensitivities for me to trust anybody else's cooking.
Have a cooking show?
He does not have a cooking show.
The Rock.
Jay, he doesn't have a cooking show.
No, that would be hysterical. I bet you he did something.
No,
did a bit.
No,
I bet you he did a bit somewhere.
Like the saying had nothing to do with actually cooking. It was about like beating people up.
Maybe he cooked something on Graham Norton.
Oh my God, Jay, he didn't cook anything. He literally never cooked anything.
I want to see...
He's never cooked anything in his life.
I want to see The Rock in a cooking show with Gordon Ramsay yelling at him that it's raw.
I want to...
And that he's going to kill someone.
I thought we were going to talk about current events. I thought that's what we were doing.
This could be a future event.
That's not a current event.
Oh man.
Okay, so wait. Okay, so but seriously, like serious, like pros and cons of The Rock running for or being president. Like, I know he's like swings both ways, which isn't really saying anything in American politics because that's basically just swinging the one way.
Yeah. Here, let's see if I can get a better idea of what he's at least said regarding his politics. I'm sure somebody's compiled it right now. Let's try to find a credible source. A source that doesn't make me want to say you're garbage.
Does those even exist anymore?
I have the level of crap that I want to put up, that I'm willing to put up with. And here.
You can tell I've been working on my computer too long because I'm like sitting here on this like little tiny like lady. And I was just thinking to myself like, oh, like I'll just like zoom in to work on the face. Okay, I'm gonna switch pictures because I actually want to do something. I'll work on her for a moment.
Well,
maybe.
he swings
Maybe
Democrat,
not.
if nothing else.
Well, I know, like, he voted for, like, Biden.
Yeah.
But didn't he vote for, like, all Republicans before that?
No, he voted for Obama in 2008, 2012. Didn't vote in 2016.
I need to recaffeinate real quick.
But I mean...
Excuse me. In case that burp was picked up. I don't know how good the microphone is on this camera yet, or phone, or whatever the situation is. I have a wedge between my boobs. What? You're laughing at me.
Yeah.
So, in other news, sounds like Minneapolis is about to get fucked the fuck up again tonight. They have curfews, like, all over, like, 3 counties around Minneapolis and St. Paul. Because of this is one of the ones I wanted you to look up. The kid that got shot by the cop who claims that they were reaching for their taser, thought they had their taser, which literally, I thought people were talking about Oscar Grant again when I started hearing, like, saying things like people posting things about, like, if you can't tell the difference between a taser and a gun, you shouldn't be allowed to have either. Like, I honestly thought, I'm like, is this like an Oscar Grant anniversary thing? Like, what is going on?
Let's see. We got WAPO. Police fatally shoot man, 20, in suburb Minneapolis, sparking protests.
So it's a Minneapolis suburb, because that's the other thing that confused me, is the town is like Brooklyn Center or something, and excuse me, because I'm an egocentric New Yorker, I hear anything with Brooklyn and I think New York.
Yeah, apparently the police chief is just saying whoopsie, which, like you said, I mean, if you can't tell the difference between the two.
Well, I didn't, like, that's just a thing going around Facebook today. I mean, I agree with that sentiment, so. Oh, and there was a shooting. I saw a news alert that came across just as I was leaving to come and get you. There was a shooting at a high school in Tennessee.
Fucking A.
Like, did we just all remember that we can, like, have mass shootings again? Is that what this situation is? I'm not entirely, like, sure what the fuck is going on here lately. Which is bigger, an F or an M? I never know. Let's find out definitively. Okay, this one is definitely thicker. It's an M. What the hell does F stand for then? Doesn't say. Okay.
Right, is 262nd person shot and killed by police so far this year, according to a Washington Post database tracking such shootings. Swift cascade of reactions to his death indicate how accustomed the United States and the Twin Cities area in particular have grown to responding to such incidents.
Right.
When's the curfew start?
7 maybe. And they're giving local media a lot of shit too. I don't know if it's just the streamers or should refocus that. I don't know if it's just the streamers or all the local media, but they're like, the police are saying that media aren't going to be exempt from the curfew. So if that's not some totalitarian martial law,
Shit, yeah.
authoritarian bullshit. I think he's just going to quietly read the article.
Well, I'm looking over it, and it's like, and I mean, it's like reading the same fucking article I've read however many times whenever something like this happens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's the statistics for how many other times this has happened this year. Here's what incident happened, and or here's the supposed incident that happened, or whatever. Very vague. The police chief is saying it was an accident or inadvertent or whatever. I mean, it's like, do they have cam footage for this? Like, were the police cams on?
I am honestly 100% not sure.
Because, you know, like, the quote is that the officer was legitimately surprised that she actually, like, apparently, okay, wait.
That light doesn't last long. I really like this Cinevo kit, but this light does not last very long.
Okay, wait, there is a video.
Okay.
I don't know where it's available. The video shows two male officers approaching Wright's car, one on the driver's side, the other on the passenger side. A third female officer approaches later as the two attempt to handcuff Wright, who is now standing outside the vehicle. As Wright struggles away from the two men, the third officer is heard threatening to tase Wright. In the chaotic 7 seconds that follow, the female officer, who already has a weapon drawn, is heard yelling, "I'll tase you," then taser, taser, taser before firing. Immediately after, she is heard saying, "Holy shit, I shot him," apparently realizing that she had fired her service weapon instead of her taser. And, like, this doesn't make sense to me. The weight won't be the same of the weapon. I would at least assume, okay, that the friggin', like, I can't imagine, like, that the weight and the feel of the taser and the weapon would be that close. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but if I am wrong, then that's a serious manufacturer design defect there,
right,
making it so that a taser feels the same way in a trained officer's hand as a friggin' the sidearm. So, like, regardless, there's a fucking problem here. Because the easy way to prevent this sort of thing from happening is have some clearly identifiable way, or some clearly identifiable difference in how they feel when you're holding them. Like I said, there aren't pictures of the two.
Well, every taser I've seen looks nothing like a fucking gun.
Well, tasers
so you wouldn't hold it like a fucking gun.
Well, no, like, I've seen some that have, like, a pistol grip on them.
Okay.
But, like, based on the physical components, I can't imagine they've got the same weight to them.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like, if this has happened repeatedly. This is, like, where stun guns have gotten confused with actual firearms, which tells me there's a serious fucking problem with what the departments are buying. I mean, why can't you just friggin', like, I can't imagine there isn't some form of, like, sleeve or even rubber ring that you could slip onto the actual to slip onto the actual grip, so when you're holding it you can clearly identify, oh, there's a weird lump here, so this is not an actual firearm, this is a stun gun, because there's going to be less of a kick from the taser when it fires, so there's less of a chance of something like that.
If you have the time to shout taser, 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 how on the fuck did you not look at what was in your hand before you fired?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, are these things really that easy to be confused? Like, Like, here, this is what's this is just mind-blowing to me. So, here, I just want to see if I can find a picture of these two things. I just want to see them side by side.
Well, also, can we talk for a second about, like, why it's okay to taser somebody if a 20-year-old black man is struggling from the fucking Minneapolis police in the middle of the goddamn George Floyd trial, like...
Well, yeah, no. And
like, he kind of has reason to be scared of the police. You really think that, like, tasering is the way to go about that situation and rebuild trust? Like, is this the step up from not, like, putting a knee on his neck for almost 10 minutes? I don't know, Minneapolis, you might want to dissolve your police department. They're getting ready to do it in Ithaca, around here. And we just got a new review board for Syracuse. I don't think that Oswego County Sheriffs or Onondaga County Sheriffs have announced their reform plans yet, but...
Yeah, so they definitely make tasers with pistol grips, right?
Okay.
And they look like firearms, but the weight's gonna be different. Like, I can't imagine they feel... Yeah, and the trigger mechanism's gonna feel different, too. I mean... Like...
You know how we could eliminate this problem? Is if cops only had tasers.
I agree.
If they didn't have guns in the first place, then they wouldn't get the two mixed up.
Like...
I'm sorry, I'm being incredibly boring drawing right now because I'm just doing concentric circles.
Like, I just... Okay. Like, I mean... Okay, maybe I'm getting caught in the technical...
You're getting caught in, like, the total wrong, like, aspect of this, babe.
Well, I mean, part of it... Okay, part of the reason why I'm so caught up in this is the question of how much good faith is really coming from the police department regarding this.
That would be none. I'm gonna draw some tits for a minute. That's not the one I want.
Yeah, apparently they released the body cam footage. I'm not gonna go digging for it right now.
No. that's definitely a TOS violation.
Yeah. Man. And just, it blows my mind. I mean...
Now, can you look something up for me? Because I heard or saw mentioned, that she was fired, but not necessarily, like, she hasn't been arrested or anything. Or she may have been put on, like, I saw that she was fired. I saw that she was put on administrative leave.
Yeah, let me see what I can find. Here, this was apparently updated 11 minutes ago. It's MSN. Oh, they're just reposting from NBC. So, let's see. Mayor Mike Elliott said he wants the officer fired. I do fully support releasing the officer of her duties. Officer was put on administrative leave. Stopped just short of agreeing with the mayor's call to terminate her, but he strongly hinted that she will not be back on the job.
So she hasn't even been fucking fired.
No. Who is Gannon? Gannon, I think, is the police chief. Yeah, Police Chief Tim Gannon. So the police chief's quote is that officers afforded due process just like anybody else does. She has the right to be heard. She has the right to give her statement. She has the right to tell what she felt and what she thought. Gannon said she will not be returned to duty until this investigation has run its course. For all intents and purposes, I think we can look at the video and ascertain whether or not she'll be returning, he said.
Well, like, yeah, due process, but also, like, it's fucking on camera. You know?
Yeah. The shooting will be handled by the State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. Gannon said he believes the state investigators would have disagreed with his decision to release the body cam video. The releasing of video this early is not something they condone, Gannon said. I felt the community needed to know what happened. They needed to see it. I needed to be transparent, and I wanted to be forthright.
So Faber-Castell, you need to make more of these white pens. Like, I'm loving this thing. It's not like a gel highlight pen like that kind of, in my opinion, unattractive trend lately to like take like a white gel pen to like drawings or watercolors afterwards and do like these stark white highlights in them. It's not that kind of pen, but if you like something that's just gonna like tone it down a little bit, but it can also be layered, like right here where I'm working on this hip highlight. I really like this white pen, and I only saw it at my local art store in Brush. I'm going down there this week to buy some more art supplies. I'm going to see if I can find it in other nibs, but if not, we need to petition Faber-Castell to make these white pens in other nibs. I think we lost him into the news.
No, I mean, because I'm reading some of the context. So, do you know what led up to him?
I don't.
Apparently, it was a pretextual stop. He had an air freshener hanging on his rear view mirror.
I did hear that.
And the cops used that as an excuse to pull him over. And he was actually on the phone with his mom when they did it. The warrant was for a... Yeah, he had a warrant for what I'm assuming is a misdemeanor charge.
Well, if it's a non-felony, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the ACLU is all on top of that right now. And their statement, initial details are troubling. Wright's mother told several news outlets she was on the phone with her son when he was pulled over for having a dangling air freshener in his car rearview mirror. She said they asked him to get out of the car but wouldn't say why. Then she heard scuffling and gunshots. The ACLU Minnesota, has deep concerns that police here appear to have used dangling air fresheners as an excuse for making a pretextual stop, something police do all too often to target black people, the statement continued. The warrant appears to be for a non-felony.
So is that not a thing? So, because, like, that actually is illegal in New York.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to have anything. Granted, they don't stop you for it routinely. I'm just wondering if that's really a thing in Minnesota.
Well, I mean, it's a thing when you're driving while black.
Well, yeah, no, obviously.
And regardless of what state you're in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's more the issue here. I mean,
no, it totally is. You're like, you got caught up with the taser, and I'm getting caught up wondering if that's even like they're allowed to pull you over for an air freshener.
Yeah, like I'm assuming that if that's the excuse they were using, then that's.
I guess the point I'm making is a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Like even in New York, like a lot of people don't know that you can get pulled over for having something on your rearview mirror. I'm sure they use it to pull people over who are only guilty of driving while black too, but it's also been like when I've cried my way out of a speeding ticket, I've gotten that instead of the speeding ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know, the whole situation's pretty fucky.
Yep. So, yeah, apparently, like, widespread, 3-county curfew in Minneapolis around the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Have an easy night tonight, Minnesota. Shout out to our friend Dan, hunker down, bud. It's like 10 minutes from Brooklyn Center, he said.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay safe, man. Oh, man, I'm just looking through what else is going on.
So you think student loan forgiveness is going to happen?
I think it's going to happen in one capacity or another.
Well, what I'm really interested in is, Biden was when he was going to do it through executive order, it was going to be 50,000, and then it was going to be 10,000. I wonder, I don't know if you want to look up the infrastructure bill.
Well,
if it's going to be
let me take a look. If I remember correctly,
it's going to be carte blanche student loan for all student loan forgiveness, or just 50,000 or whatever.
Well, from what I remember, with the whole executive order campaign promises thing, is originally he was saying, okay, 50K.
Yeah.
Then he dropped it down to 10K, saying that 50K
couldn't be done in executive order.
Yeah, couldn't be done in executive order. That would be crossing the line into legislative territory like the House and Senate, and that they would have to do something along those lines. But what have we got? Okay, Pam.
Also, Andrew Cuomo is still not resigned today. I'm mad about that. That's not news or anything. He didn't say he's not going to resign again. I'm just personally mad that he hasn't resigned yet because he's a fuck nugget.
let's see. Yeah. Okay.
What's up?
Oh, I'm finally beginning to get into...
Student loan forgiveness might not even be in there. I might have made that up in my head.
Yeah. Because I'm not seeing anything. I mean, there's still an obvious push for it. But...
All right. Well, I think, because this is getting pretty hot, I think I'm going to cut it quick here. Ow. And also, this hurts my cleavage a lot. I need a better method for this stuff. So, you have any parting words of wisdom?
No, I got no wisdom tonight.
Got any parting words?
Nah.
No?
Yeah, that was my parting word.
Oh, your parting word was nah?
Yeah.
Nah.
Which technically means I don't have parting words. If my parting word is nah,
It's a paradox.
then that's a single word. That's not a plural.
You're a paradox, my love.
Nah.
All right. Well, I'm not going to tell you to like or comment or subscribe because I don't tell you how to live your life. But I still haven't gotten any bathroom graffiti rumors. Screenshots sent to, not screenshots. Oh my God. This is real life, not a computer. Pictures of bathroom graffiti rumors.
Oh, that moment when.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you to like and subscribe and ring bells and do whatever the hell else you got to do to go and convince AIs that are currently running search algorithms to go and make people see the good shit, you know. So
I am going to say that I haven't announced it on a stream yet because I set it up after the last time I streamed. I have a new website, same old URL, thenaughtyprintmaker.com, but it's totally revamped and redesigned. I'm super, super proud of it. And it's got a shop on there now. I'm really excited about that. So if you want to go buy things, I have masks. I got to list those when I get home tonight. T-shirts, boobs, graveyards, all kinds of weird fucked up shit that you see here on stream. So yeah, go take one for the team and participate in capitalism for me. And write bathroom graffiti rumors about me and then send me a picture. Other than that, you're just staring at me.
nah.
All right. Wear your mask, get your vaccine, Black Lives Matter, and I will see you later. Bye, friends. Nah.